Am I pretty enough? You don't even know the line?
No, I don't.
Am I pretty enough?
Who sung that?
Is my heart too broken?
Is that Peter Dutton singing it to himself now? Because you realise all of Australia hates him.
Not all of Australia. The white race is still like
Dude.
him. Hang on. Intro the podcast. We haven't introed it for like 4 or 5 episodes.
Well, this is the A Critical Podcast with your hosts, Andrew and Andrew. I'm Andrew. That's Andrew.
I think it was Andy and Andrew.
Andy and Andrew. That's right.
Welcome to the Age Critical Podcast, where 2 complete morons talk about Australian news and politics for fun.
Yes.
For free.
For free.
For freezies.
We're doing this for free? Well, yeah.
I buy you lunch every Friday.
I buy you lunch sometimes. You buy me lunch. Give each other a bit of rub and tug. That's our payment.
No.
No?
We're happily married.
Happily married.
To each other.
Ooh.
No.
Well, yeah, I mean, you voted no on the great plebiscite.
Did I?
No.
No, I didn't.
No, you didn't.
You have me questioning. I was like, wait, what did I vote no on?
My dad voted no on that because he's like, oh, it's just stupid. And I was like, well, then why would you vote no on it?
Yeah, that's what people are doing with the voice as well. They're like,
Yeah.
it's a waste of money, so I'm going to...
It's a waste
Vote
of
no.
money, so I'm going to vote no. And I was like, it's a waste of money, then you're wasting the money by saying no.
Yeah, because...
And I said that to him, and he's like, oh.
Okay.
If you believe it's a waste of money, just don't vote.
You can't not vote in a referendum.
Yeah, but the plebiscite.
Oh, yeah, the plebiscite. You
Yeah.
can. All right. What stories do you have for me today?
So Queensland
Queensland.
has now changed its laws to allow sexual assault perpetrators and
I'm glad you added the perpetrators. Queensland has changed its laws to allow sexual assault.
yeah, they've allowed sexual assault. You can just do it. It's free use laws. Have you seen that?
No.
That porn fetish?
No, back on subject, please.
No, it's a fetish. So free use. No, that goes into bad territory. So they're allowed to identify perpetrators of a sexual assault, rape, when they're undergoing court and proceedings and trial.
Good.
Yeah. So like, if someone say like Bruce Lernham, who
Which one was that? Was that the one that the child cares?
no, Bruce Lernham was I think it was Bruce Lernham was the one in Parliament with Brittany Higgins.
Yeah.
Bruce Lernham, I believe. Bruce Lernham.
Is that your fucking dishwasher beeping?
It is deep beeping.
Stop washing the dishes, cunt.
No.
Dead air.
You know what's,
Dead air.
you know what's the first thing I looked up when I
What?
looked up Bruce Lernham?
What?
It's because you know how there's that instance that it's weird because Toowoomba doesn't really make it on the news.
No. 'cause
And then
it
it's like,
sucks.
oh, someone got this woman got sexually assaulted in Toowoomba.
Or like that old man that got killed in Toowoomba by
Yeah.
the kids.
Yeah. It's like nobody really cares about Toowoomba. Toowoomba got the news for that sexual assault case.
Mm.
And what happens when I try to look up Bruce Lernham Toowoomba? Because they're talking about revealing the identity because it's come up with court after the laws have changed now.
Mm.
So they're thinking about revealing the identity of the perpetrator,
Yeah.
which would be crazy because apparently it was meant to be a high profile perpetrator, and we're kind of like,
Yeah.
I wonder who it was, and everybody's like, it's Bruce Lernham. Like all of the internet is like, yeah, it was Bruce Lernham.
Damn.
But
Fucking yucky Bruce.
yeah, dude, like why are you going like Brittany Higgins
Mm.
in Parliament did it on fucking like you watch the videos of that like came from that court case, and you just feel yucky.
He makes me feel yucky.
He does make me feel yucky.
He just looks. I don't like commenting on people's looks, but his look is
Like,
like
I know I've
someone
got
that
the
would
same-
sexually assault.
I've now got the same pair of glasses as him, and the same short back and sides. Short back and sides.
Yeah.
But like yeah, he just looks yucky.
Looks Feels.
He looks and feels
Talks.
yucky.
Yuck.
He looks like the kind of guy at uni that would be. He would always try to sit next to the women, just very close.
Sit next to the girl he likes, smell her.
Yeah. Yeah.
New perfume, Brittany.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, fucking yucky. Okay. So the new laws allow people to be named who are in sexual assault.
Yeah, it's
pedophilia.
only in instances where obviously they're going to court. It's not like a woman is gonna like claim that you raped her, and then it's go, he's a rapist. He's being charged with rape. It's like, okay, this person is going to court and being charged with rape. Here is what's happening.
So not like not if someone sues someone for sexual assault, it's someone being charged for sexual assault.
Yeah.
Okay.
The instances where, because obviously the Brittany Higgins case, I believe, was that a suing? Because I think
he'd countersued for defamation, didn't he?
yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, because he was like, "Oh, you're defaming me by saying that I raped you."
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. So who else has been named? Who's been ooted?
No one's really been outed yet. Oh, there was that guy.
The guy
That raped a bunch of kids.
The 93 sex offences.
Yeah, the 93 sex offenders. And I saw his face and I was like, gross.
I saw his face and I went, if he was at a childcare, I'd not leave my kid there.
No, 100%. Like, I'm like, what?
Like, there's certain faces you want to see at a childcare.
Yeah.
And, like, not to be offensive, but, like...
Not that guy.
Fucking not that guy.
Not that guy.
100% not that guy.
Not that guy.
And then, wasn't there a footballer that got named? An ex-footballer?
Oh, yeah, someone from New South Wales. Nobody really cares.
Yeah, because they're from disgusting New South Wales.
Also, the rugby players, like, fucking... Like, they just need to change their culture entirely.
Yeah, so in Queensland, you can now, if you're accused of being a rapist and you're going to court, you can now be named, which is good. Unlike mass shooters and serial killers and murderers who want fame, I doubt racists, well, racist as well, but I doubt rapists are raping people for fame.
No, and...
Hopefully.
Like, they already say that most... like sexual assault cases don't make it to trial anyway.
Yeah.
Like most of the time they either get dropped or
settled.
So in most cases, I don't think you're actually going to see that many men like be openly revealed. It's only going to be
all women.
All women.
But it's mostly men.
You're not going to see them.
Dogs. You dogs. Dog cunt. Put in your pants, you fucking dog.
Mate. Walking past the construction site.
You're asking for it.
Asking for it.
Being a woman, you're fucking asking for it, mate.
Asking for it, mate. Sorry, I don't have any change.
You're fucking asking for it, mate.
Well, it's like that woman on TikTok that shared that video about how when she walked past the construction site and then, like, she just said, don't have any change, sorry, and they all just laughed at the dude that fucking cat called her. It's like, just do that. Just do that. But also...
Women are scared for their lives, dude.
Women are scared.
Women won't do that.
No.
Don't say just do that. Just say fuck off to them. Yeah. Because that girl in the UK got stabbed to death.
Yep.
The boy brought flowers and a knife to school.
Why are men terrible?
You can just say to women, oh, just tell them to fuck off. And then, you know, they'll get raped.
Yep. Just tell them to
or
fuck
beaten
off.
Or stabbed.
What the fuck you say, bitch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're ugly anyway, slut.
Slut, you fucking lesbian.
I don't know why men think that they can say that. And I also think it's because, like, the men around them won't correct them.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, if I was with a guy... If I was with a guy and he catcalled a woman, I'd fucking hit him.
Yeah, you'd be a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
and you'd... Not only would you hit him and call him out for it, you'd also make fun of him profusely.
Yeah, because, like, there's... Like, you find a woman attractive, you find anyone attractive.
Yeah.
Shoot your shot, dude.
Yeah.
Ask them out. Have a polite interaction. Not, ooh, baby, took up the tits.
Yeah.
Whistle at them. Fucking hell, they're not a dog.
Also, there's, like, instances where you can go to places and that's... Like, you go to a strip club that's generally the consent kind of levels for
You
that.
can whistle at them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, because
But,
that's
like,
the nature of the experience is
half the time,
everybody's being
right?
sexualized.
Half the time, right? If a woman's just walking down the street,
Yeah.
she probably does not want
Like-
you coming up to her. Sure, you might find her attractive and you'll be like, man, I'd gotta know that girl. Too bad, so sad.
I think the worst part is
It's like when you're a little kid and you're like, I want ice cream. Your mum's like, no, you can't have ice cream.
Yeah.
You just got to accept that, little
Just gotta
buddy.
accept it. But also at the same time, it's not even like walking down the street. It's like everything for women because they work in a shop.
Oh yeah,
The checkout.
Work at the checkout and you smile at a man and he's like, "Whoa, that girl wants to fuck me.
She wants to fuck.
If I was 10 years younger."
If I was 10 years, if you were 10 years younger, you'd still be my dad's age.
Yeah. But like men have this thing where they like sexualize women so much and they're like, "Oh, you know, I saw this beautiful girl on the street the other day and I just want to ask her out." It's like, don't.
Just don't.
And like,
See how you're walking around just continuing like on with your day?
yeah.
They're not walking around thinking about, hey, I want to fuck that person because they're good looking.
How I put it the other day was, you know how you're walking through the shops and you have those charity people
Yeah.
that are like, hey, 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 and they're not allowed to talk to you unless you make eye contact with them.
Yeah.
And they're allowed to like approach you once or twice or whatever.
Yeah.
That's what it's like for women,
Yeah.
but with most men.
Yeah.
They're walking down and you can feel their eyes on you.
Or if you're a gay dude in a gay club.
Yeah. But like, you know how you're walking past them, you're not making eye contact, but you can feel them looking at you and then they go, hey, hey, buddy, how's your day going? And it's usually something nice. But it's like, dog, I don't want to fucking talk to you. I'm doing my own thing. I just want to do my day. And that's what most women are like. And I'm sorry, ladies, but when you say to men, oh, how would you like it? They'd be foaming at the fucking mouth because men are fucking horn dogs. And if people go around complimenting them, they'll just get bigger heads. They're not going to be like, oh, I'm so scared. Men are going to be like, oh, she said I was hot.
Exactly. It's the nature of what they grow up with, the expectations of a man.
Yeah, and
you have to be fucking amazing.
And like the thing is a lot of men don't get regular compliments. They don't regularly just get like, oh, you're looking sexy today.
I do.
No.
My nana says, you look good today.
Your nana's sweet.
My nana.
But like men don't get regular compliments like women do. So it's very much a open market.
Do you think maybe like they don't get as much as they just don't appreciate it sometimes?
I just
because sometimes I feel like I do get open compliments, but it's not really about like, so like, I don't get compliments for what I look like. I get compliments for what I did for somebody.
Yeah, I don't like my wife's the only one who really compliments my looks.
Yeah, but like that's
and like
that's
it's
fine.
Not,
but
it's
like,
not, but like
everybody else compliments me on what I do for them, and I think maybe that's what they should start looking at. Maybe they should start looking at the fact is nobody's going to go out there and compliment you for how you look like anyway.
As a bloke,
maybe you should look at the fact is maybe I should look at how people thank me anyway. Appreciate it
when people compliment my looks. When they compliment me, when they're like, "Damn, you're looking good today." I like that.
Yeah,
but like men don't get it a lot. Like if you had a guy down the street and a bunch of women and they all catcalled him, he would just be foaming at the mouth by the end of it.
Yeah.
If you have a woman walk down the street, she gets catcalled. She's worried for her fucking life.
Maybe more straight men should just hang out in gay clubs then.
Yeah.
Because I can tell you what, you will
that
get,
is
you will
where,
get complimented.
That is where you get most compliments, yeah.
You will get complimented.
And that's where you learn what it's like to be sexually harassed when it's unwarranted.
Pissing all by yourself, handsome.
But like that's where you like experience like you're just sitting there having a drink talking to your friends and someone comes up to you and it's like, hey, how's it going? Can I buy you a drink? Hey, how's it going? And you're like, oh my God, I just want to talk to my friends.
Go away. I just want to dance.
And, that's kind of what women deal with. So, you know.
Yep.
Good on them. Call out the rapists and the sexual assaultists.
Speaking of people calling out.
Calling out. Coo-wee.
Calling out. Woo! Rupert Murdoch's fucking finally gone.
Down, heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Dude, you know he had a career for 70 years.
He retired after 90. I don't know many 90-year-olds that are still functional.
Right? He's 70 years.
He must be doing the baby blood or something.
100%. He looks good for a 90-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
He's virile as well. Like he walks.
Yeah.
Like very quickly.
He walks fast.
Yeah.
He walks fast.
Like I saw a thing of him on stage and I was like, damn, that dude's 70.
But the thing is though.
And he's got a young girlfriend.
But, you know, like 70 years in news.
Well, not just news. You know how they got their money.
Yeah, they started off mining.
And then they bought newspapers, and they're like, oh, we can make a fair bit of money off newspapers.
Like,
we can make more money if we just tell people what to think.
Hey, fuel prices have to go up because holidays.
It was on the news the other night, right? They said, so fuel is the lowest it's been for wholesale, and we have a huge supply.
Yeah.
But because school holidays, demand is going up.
Yeah.
It's like, dog, you were just telling us months ago that supply was down, but demand's the same, and that's why prices are up.
Yeah.
But now you're telling me that supply is up and cheap, but the demand is somehow magically grown, that you're going to raise prices again?
The population has grown by 1 million in a day.
Yeah. It's like that. It's like, man, we had 500,000 cars just hit the fucking road. It's like, dog, fuck me.
Okay, so we have 17 million adults in this country. How is 17 million? Like, not all of them drive.
No.
We do not have the demand in Australia for the price of fuel that we have.
No.
For the price of fuel that we have is not.
And like literally, they're saying like the supply is up and it's cheap wholesale.
Yeah.
So the demand hasn't grown exponentially.
Yeah.
So if the supply's up, the demand is still there, then it should equal out, not, oh, we'll just go up more because we'll just make some bullshit about demand going up for school holidays.
That's where Rupert goes, oh, fuel prices are going up because school holidays.
No, it's going up because they raised minimum wage.
Or there's floods in Victoria, so they have to go up, but they don't go back down.
They never go back down.
They don't go back
down. They have to go up. They went up for COVID because, you know, everyone was relying on delivery drivers more, which doesn't make sense because less people drive into work.
Yeah.
They went up because interest rates went up.
Yep.
And they're going up now because apparently school holidays is in 8 weeks or something. We just finished fucking school holidays. We just finished school holidays.
So
how you saying that they're going to go up for the Christmas period? It's like, dog, we're not in the Christmas period yet. It's fucking October.
It's fucking October. Settle
it's
down.
Spooky season.
Spooky season. We have to go through Halloween first.
Halloween.
Yep. And so, Lachlan.
Lucky.
Fucking Lachlan.
Lachlan.
Can you imagine naming your kid Lachlan?
It's not even Lachlan. It's Lachlan. Lachin.
God.
But okay, so is he the good son or the racist son?
He's terrible.
Oh, nice.
He defended the great replacement theory, so he is
a
racist.
Man, we're going to get replaced.
Then Fox star Tucker Carlson did a segment promoting the great replacement theory. Defines a racist conspiracy narrative, falsely asserts there is an active, ongoing, covert effort to replace white population's current white majority countries. Murdoch defended Carlson against criticism. Yep.
Has he made a statement yet? Has he been like, I'm nothing like my daddy?
No. Yeah, I don't think there's really been anything. I
don't feel like
there's
been any
real
change.
Quiet.
Because people were celebrating. People were like, yeah, he's dead. He's gone. Well, he's
like,
dead.
What's it going to be?
They're like, yeah, he's gone. It's like he's putting his son, who's equally of a cunt, in charge.
Yeah, this isn't Succession. It's not Tom getting in.
Yeah.
It's not the kind of terrible nice guy. It's an even worse guy.
Yeah. Come for me, Murdochs. I'll piss in your eye.
Exactly. Well, this is the one. I think this is the one that like got defamed by Crikey, and then sued and then lost.
Yeah, I think so. But like
they made a story about him being a cunt, and then they could prove everything in the story.
Oh yeah,
and
it's like we have two previous prime ministers that fucking hate him.
Yeah,
hate Murdoch.
Yeah.
And then, the best was when he stepped down and they got Peter Dutton. And Peter Dutton was like, I think his friends will enjoy his company and everything. I'm like, dog, you're his friend. You just get on your knees and gargle them balls whenever you need fucking attention, bro.
100%, bro.
It's like, why do you think LMP interviewed more than Labor and the Greens? And why do you think that they have 95% positive headlines in the news and the other parties have 75% negative headlines in the news?
Yep.
You're on your fucking knees choking on that Murdoch dick, you bald fuck.
100%.
In my opinion.
You
fuckhead.
After the 2020 election, Murdoch said that Fox's coverage should be a huge celebration of Donald Trump during a pro-Trump rally. Murdoch criticized the Fox reporter for covering in a way that was smug and obnoxious that the reporter was later fired.
Nice. And, you know, like Fox totally didn't get sued for the voting things in the US.
Mm-hmm. He was a part of it for direct involvement. Yeah. He was brought on to talk about it.
Yeah, it's fucking so stupid.
Oh, it's so stupid.
I hate it.
He said Fox is the loyal opposition to the Biden administration.
Well, shouldn't the opposition be the Republican Party, not the media?
No, apparently not.
You think the media should be, I don't know, in the middle?
Well, because at the end of the day, they just care about their inheritance.
Like, I'm not even going to claim that I'm in the middle.
No.
Like, I'm on the left.
100%.
I'm in the middle left. Not radical, but like...
Well, I think people don't realize is that just because you can believe... It's like a 4-point square. Like, you're liberal, like you're...
Yeah, but there's points that you and I agree on that we also disagree, but we're still left of the line.
Like, say someone...
Like, you're a
communist. We believe that trans people should have rights. Right? They believe that.
Do we?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You do.
Yeah, I do. It's just a
people think people think that's a part of the left, like socialism.
Yeah.
That's not. That's on the mark of liberty, personal liberty.
Yeah. Personal freedoms.
Personal freedoms. So whether or not you're allowed to get married to whoever you want, whether or not you're allowed to marry the certain race, where you want to live, personal liberties.
Mm-hmm.
Social, like,
and
left
you're
to
a
right,
communist.
Left to right is basically what you believe should be a worker, like, you know, a socialist society where everything should be free.
Capitalism, socialism.
Yeah, that's the left to right. Capitalism is on the furthest right.
See, currently we have a capitalist democracy.
Exactly.
But what would be nice is a socialist democracy.
Exactly.
Because I'm not a radical like you where I want to go full socialism, but a social democracy would be fucking sweet. Like, we do have social policies.
I want a workers' union democracy.
That's just that's socialism.
It is socialism.
Having voting within the workplace and the workers own...
your workers' party all vote towards a...
Yeah, and the workers own the
means of production. Exactly.
What I'm saying is we do have socialist policies. It would just be nice if more of those socialist policies worked and not every time the LNP get into power, they shit them out the bricks.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
So, yeah, Murdoch's out, but Murdoch's in.
But Murdoch's out, Murdoch's in, basically.
Yeah.
Nothing's going to change.
Nothing's going to change. They're probably going to buy more media outlets. They're probably going to silence more people, and they're probably going to just... I don't know, I wouldn't put it past them to do war crimes or something. I don't know.
There was that inquiry into the monopoly of media in Australia. You know, when Kevin Rudd sat on and stuff like that. They still haven't got the results from that yet.
Well, I think they got the results, but it was never published because no one would publish it because they get shot.
Yeah, I think. And then the ABC would be like, what's the point?
Yeah, well, fucking Murdoch runs the ABC anyways. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I mean, there's ins.
Yeah, like... Fucking, you look at half of them work for Murdoch papers and shit.
Yeah.
And, like, they spout the same bullshit that the Murdoch stuff does. It's just they use more dog whistles than fucking the other fucking news outlets.
Yeah, that's like if you're black and commit a crime, you're going to be on 9 News.
Yeah.
Like, that's it.
Yeah, it was like, and, like, they outwardly, like, oppose the government and oppose Labor and oppose the Greens on everything.
Yeah.
They have all these buts when they're interviewing them. But when they're interviewing the LNP, they're like, what would you do?
What would you do?
What do you think? Oh, well, that's a good idea. They're never like, yeah, but what about this?
What's your first thought? When you get out of bed in the morning, what's your first thought?
Beetroot.
I think about Australia.
Australia. Dude, could you imagine the LNP if we had like such boners for the military like the US does? LNP would be fucking hog wild in that shit. They would be like,
Australians are appreciative. Like
we respect the
like,
military, but we're not.
I come from a military family.
Yeah, but we respect the military, but we're not fucking gargling their balls.
My nana's a war widow. She's part of the War Widow Association. But I think even she said to me, because I was talking about it at one point, she's like, there's going to come a time when we're not going to be out there every single Anzac Day. We're just not going to be out there all the time. And she's like, that's kind of a good thing though, because at the end of the day, that will probably be a time when war won't be such a big deal.
Bro, wouldn't it be nice to not spend millions of dollars on the military?
Yeah.
I feel like military spending is ramped up in Australia.
Yeah.
Like we got the subs, we're getting new Black Hawks, we're getting...
What's the fear-mongering?
Thanks,
Murdoch.
We're building those fucking Jeep tank things. We're building all...
Oh, the Bush Rangers.
Yeah, and we're like building up all this force. It's like, who are we at war with? Who's threatening us? China?
China. Who's our biggest trade partner?
China. And it's like, is this the AUKUS whipping us up?
Is it the AUKUS or is it just like America wanting to make more money out of all their fucking defense deals? Because what is the American dollar like supported by anymore?
Not their government, that's shut down.
Not their government, that's shut down. It's not gold anymore. It's not gold. It's their fucking military.
Yeah. They got...
Hey, country, you won't sell oil in American dollars?
Well, if we don't sell money in American dollars, we can always just go Chinese.
Go Chinese.
I mean, their economy's going down because they don't have an immigration policy.
It's almost like there's this system in place that fails every 10 years because people take advantage of it.
Crazy. Crazy, baby.
Yep, exactly. Fucking Murdoch.
Okay, so Home Affairs Minister Claire O'Neill, you know her?
No, I don't know her.
Ex-police officer. She has been investigating the immigration system that Peter Dutton put in place. As immigration minister, he is now opposition leader.
Ew.
And she says he starved the immigration system.
Starved it? I thought he hated foreigners.
He hates foreigners. So she said, quote, criminals with convictions walked into the country under Peter Dutton's watch, presided over the breaking of our migration system, and the review of the visa system found that Australia's protection visa system was being exploited by bad actors. Peter Dutton has come out and said that he cancelled over 6,000 visas of criminals who had committed rape, sexual assault, pedophiles, drug traffickers, and all of that. And that Labor has only done a fraction of visa cancellations in the last 15 months compared to what Peter Dutton did when they were in government, which is 10 years. And he said she's hateful and spiteful. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'd be hateful and spiteful too if I had to clean up his mess. Yeah. It seems like whenever Labor gets in power, they have to clean up the LNP's mess, and then the government's working properly, and the LNP are like, see? We need to come back in. See? Anyway,
the thing is, though, is that everybody's put it down to the fact that, like, it's like when they were talking about all these fucking consultancy agencies.
Yeah.
It's like these were jobs that were given to public, like there were public office people. There were people who in-house who did this. The Liberal government got rid of it.
Yeah.
And then got these
consultants
firms. And then now there's this massive thing with the consultancy firms.
So like the LNP are all about small government, small impact, small everything, and just privatize everything to cost the country more money.
Yeah.
It's like if you ran it with the government, it would cost less money.
What? If we just did it ourselves?
We wouldn't be paying millions of dollars.
Hey, it's like, if I want to build a deck.
A dick.
I can get the materials. I can buy the materials. I can organize it. I can get it all together. I can build it myself. Or
No, you can't.
yes, you can.
You need approval, council approval.
You can get the permits. You're the government. You can do whatever you want. Get the permits.
Yeah.
You have the permits because you're the government.
Yeah.
And then you can go ahead and build your deck.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you can either do it yourself.
Yeah.
Or you can hire someone else.
Yeah.
To do it for you. It's always more expensive to get someone else to do it.
Yeah, but that's a small government.
It's a small government
They're
because
too
he's
busy.
not on the payroll, even though you're paying him.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, how about we just have a bunch of carpenters on the payroll just to help build houses?
Yeah.
No, we'll get contractors. And then it will up the cost significantly. Even though they're not on the payroll, it will just up the cost.
We have to pay them more because they're small business.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to this.
Yeah.
So, her finding, she said, I mean, this is just amazing fraud that's been perpetuated. That doesn't sound.
Perpetuated?
But it says perpetrated.
Perpetrated. Oh, so you're just dumb.
Fraud that's been perpetrated on the Australian people here. We've had Peter Dutton, who's built his political career talking to everyone about what a tough guy he is on borders. And at the same time, he's been cutting funding to compliance, cutting funding to immigration, to the immigration section of the department. On his watch, literally people with criminal convictions walked into this country and oversaw large rings of human trafficking and sexual slavery. Literally the worst crimes committed on this great earth.
This great earth.
So she conducted this. She was the former Victorian Police Chief Commissioner.
Oh. Big detective.
Yes.
Oh, dang.
The report found grotesque abuses of the temporary migrants, including sexual exploitation and human trafficking. The deficiencies in the immigration compliance, such as criminal gangs from around the world that were looking at Australia and seeing facilitated abuse through the migration system as a great benefit to operate in Australia. It's like New South Wales and gambling.
So what happens from here then?
So between 2013 and 2022, the number of immigration compliance staff was cut to 360 to 203.
So like basically 150 people lost their jobs.
Yeah, so they were cut.
They were cut.
So
they couldn't do it.
There were nearly a third less people.
So basically a third of the less people were out here doing
the job.
And they had to quickly get through shit. Fun.
Now, Labor is promising to restore compliance resources to 290 staff, so not to 260, which was 2013 levels, but they're planning to restore that by at least 70.
Obviously, you can't.
So 160 down to 70.
You can't get everything all at once, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You can't build it up to where it was right away.
Yeah, but the media here are obviously calling the system broken, but they're not restoring it to 2013 levels. It's like, well, maybe Dutton did make some cuts that needed to be made, but cut too much.
Cut way too
much. So they're also going to create a new compliance division and invest $50 million over 4 years to ensure the integrity of the visa system, which is actually quite a good...
I think the problem is that because we have a lot of issues with our student visa system, where, like Elon Musk, we have people that come into Australia to study, but they're actually just working. And obviously that's not an issue as such because I don't really believe in borders anyway. But obviously there's issues where it kind of denies someone else an opportunity.
Yeah.
Because we only allow a certain amount of visas anyway, and if someone wants to get a student visa place in 1 year, they can't get it if someone else decides to just fuck the system.
Which is kind of why the system needs to be rejigged. It needs to work better. So Dutton came out swinging and said it's a weak government and we're not going to take lectures in relation to migration issues from a Labor government that presided over the greatest immigration debacle in our country's history. I think they're trying to talk about the boats.
The boats?
But I mean, like, Labor didn't shoot the boats in the water like LNP did.
No, but also like the boat. Did you
The
notice
boats weren't even an issue.
the boats weren't even an issue? I think it was like we get something like 2,000 a year of asylum seekers.
Yeah, but did you notice that when Labor was in, it was all about the boats, and
Yeah.
then when the LNP got in, no one reported on the boats. But there's still
No.
boats coming.
There's still boats coming. Yeah.
She kicked back and she said, saying that he kicked people out of the country is, you know, just the price of entry to being migration minister to this country. It doesn't excuse at all the fact that he presided over a system-wide breakdown. We're talking about literal rings of women that were caught in sexual slavery in our country. If you can't be a good immigration minister, I don't know why you think you can be prime minister.
Ooh.
She fucking shot fire.
Well, he's literally just a beat cop.
Yeah.
He's just a beat cop. Like he wasn't anything amazing. He's
No.
not a big tough man.
No.
And I think that's at the end of the day, like he just wants to be a big tough man.
Big boy.
He wants to be a big tough man that's hard on borders, hard on labor, and hard on all these lefties that are ruining Australia.
Soft serve, mate.
You got soft hands, brother. But like, why do we need this machoism? Like, we don't need it anymore.
No, we need sensible.
We need sensible people that just like, okay, I'm going to think about this clearly. And like, it's just kind of a failure of his government if he's going to go, of his coalition, of his opposition, to just constantly go with people bring you facts and science and all these things. And it's going to be a failure of his government to just go, no, not real.
Yeah, well, there's been an inquiry, there's been a report, and the report says that you fucked up the system.
Yeah.
So what good is it saying,
because
I didn't fuck up the system because Labor are weak and they were a government that let in, you know, so many immigrants and everything. Hardly any of them were part of that government 10 years ago.
No.
Like Albanese was, but he was infrastructure minister.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't even think we had that big of an immigration issue.
No.
Like he's saying like, oh, I kicked out 6,000 people over 11 years. It's like, are you proud that they got through your system and you had to kick them out? Like the system should be there that they don't get through the system. Like, you shouldn't have to kick people out.
Yeah,
you
like,
should. Like,
I mean, he was also making a big deal. Like, he's like, oh, they're going to close down Nauru and shit like that. And it's like, they didn't, for one. They're going to keep it open.
Yeah.
Like, unimpressively.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, at the same time, it's like
the thing about immigration.
Those immigration with Labor and Liberal are very often bipartisan.
Yeah. And the thing with immigration is we need it.
Yeah.
With an aging population and an unskilled population and people not willing to do the jobs like aged care, child care, like those kind of jobs because people see it as beneath them.
Yeah.
You need immigration. You need people to come in with skills who are willing to work lower paid jobs.
Yeah.
That's just how economies work in the current like global.
You want your cleaners, you want doctors, or you want people who
you want anyone.
Yeah.
Really. You just don't want criminals, right? So this system is that you don't have criminals. And you also want people to come and study here.
Yeah.
Like it here. And stay here.
Because they feed the economy.
Because they feed the economy. Being like, we don't like immigrants and we don't like asylum seekers is like, it's just you're fucking yourself because we're watching other countries in the world who don't let immigration or don't have enough immigration literally fucking die.
Yeah, I mean, look,
Japan's dying.
Japan, China.
China's fucking economy's falling because they're aging and they don't have the population to fill it.
Yeah.
Like, if you are against immigration, you're just a fuckwit. And look, asylum seekers, yes, we only grant so many people asylum each year. Maybe we should increase that. But the reason we only grant so many and we have to process them is because how do you not know a criminal slipping through because they're not going through the right channels? And yes,
no, it's illegal. It's illegal channels.
They're not going through the right channels is because they don't have the money or the means to get through the right channels because they're fleeing conflict.
Yeah.
If Australia turned around tomorrow and had a huge civil war and people were just getting slaughtered for the freckles on their face or whatever, you would wish that you could flee to another country and they would help you.
I don't think any Australians would even think about what the first steps are for that.
Okay, well, let me put it this way. Your neighbour's being violent,
Yeah.
right? Threatening to kill you. You would hope that you could go to your other neighbour for safety.
Yeah.
And what if your neighbour was like, nah, I helped Bob across the street, so you can fuck off. And also, I don't know, do you have a criminal history? I don't know, I'll have to research that. Why don't you just sit out the front and wait?
Yeah.
Well, meanwhile, old mate's in your house hacking things up with an axe looking for you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like,
that's how it be.
Like, it doesn't make sense. And
well, it's like what was that? That show, it was like Stop the Boats or Where the Hell Are You From or something like that.
yeah,
And like they followed Australians followed the journey. Like anti-immigration Australians
and they were
followed
like, what
the journey.
the fuck?
And like they could leave at any time they wanted to.
5 days on a boat with a peanut.
And I think one woman got to Malaysia and she was like, no, fuck this.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, fuck this. I'm going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I thought, actually, while I was doing a poop,
Yeah.
I was doing a Peter Dutton.
I
I had a thought, and I was like, you know what? He'd allow asylum for Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
But then I had another thought, and I was like, but Andrew Tate's black and a Muslim now, so maybe not.
Is he black?
Yeah, his dad was black. His dad was a chess master.
Oh.
Yeah.
I just thought he looks very white presenting for someone that has black heritage. I don't know, like
his dad was a chess grandmaster, I think it is.
Yeah.
Or is that the KKK grandmaster? No, chess is grandmaster. Grand wizard is the
Grand
KKK.
Wizard is Grand Wizard.
They need to change that.
God, they're so stupid.
But his dad was a grandmaster of chess, and I feel like his dad didn't love him enough.
Probably not. I mean, why would you love a kid that's like that?
Like, he has so many daddies.
Do you think he came out like that?
I don't know, but they're like, I love that he's like a misogynist and hates women and literally used women as sex ring and as cam girls, and then as soon as he starts getting accused of things, he's like, oh, but I'm a Muslim and I love everyone, and I could never sex traffic women because that's against the Quran. It's like, brother, you literally had a website telling people how to do that.
It's also
and you
like,
made videos telling people how to do that.
It's like, bro, the Catholic Church did it for fucking years. It's got nothing to do with the religion.
No, it's like, yeah. Oh, did you see the big news about the Catholic Church?
Oh, they're allowing...
They're going to allow women to vote for the first time and non-cardinals.
Yeah. But also they're thinking of accepting gay marriage and being gay as like an accepted sin.
Yeah, because the Pope was like, the Pope's been really pushing for it.
Yeah.
And their policy is, oh, we love everybody, but not to you. You're going to hell.
But if you do this, you're gonna die in hell.
Yeah, it's like we love everyone, but you know, if you're gay, God doesn't love you.
Yeah.
But they're going to change their official stance. Apparently, that's one of the votes on the table.
God loves you, but you are sinning.
Yeah. So, yeah, I just had that thought. I was like, man, he probably let Andrew Tate in and let him run some sex rings.
Probably. He didn't let Chris Brown in, at least.
Yeah, he didn't let Chris Brown in, but Chris Brown's
But
black.
also, he was keeping Snoop Dogg out.
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg only got in when Labor got in.
I know. Why would you keep Snoop Dogg out? Just because he had a criminal record?
He had a criminal
Fuck
record.
me.
And also probably because he's black. Because, I mean, like, he let Eminem in.
He did.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Eminem has a criminal record, doesn't he?
Yep.
Okay, so
He let Eminem in, didn't let Snoop Dogg in.
oh, that is interesting.
Yeah.
That is a good analogy.
Yeah.
Maybe the yes and no campaign should be looking at this.
They should be looking. Look, I mean,
Okay. Just fundamentally,
yeah.
a rapper with a rap sheet, a rapper with a rap sheet.
Yep.
What's the difference?
Same age, same income.
Same age, same income. One's with an Australian super fund.
Yep.
One's
One's white, one is black.
Okay, so I would say they're about equal notoriety.
Yeah. Yeah.
They have talent in different areas of rapping.
Yeah.
But Snoop Dogg's black.
Yeah. He's also way taller. Maybe that has something to do with it.
Height. Maybe Dutton was like, he's taller than me. No. And
makes me feel emasculated.
oh, I never thought about
never
that.
thought about that.
He didn't let Snoop
Dude,
in,
he's
but
a super fucking racist.
he didn't let Snoop in, but he let Eminem in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn. What was his justification for Snoop Dogg? Was it just
Because he had a criminal history?
Yeah.
But Eminem probably has a criminal history. I'm guessing so, because
we can't make accusations.
we can't make accusations. But like the thing is, though, is any criminal
Does Eminem have a criminal history?
Any criminal history is obviously subjective to like
He has no previous criminal record except for a 1994 domestic assault case that has been removed from his record.
Oh. Well, that might be why. But also at the same time, don't they look at that stuff? That's like, does Chris Brown actually have a domestic assault case against him for Rihanna?
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
Did he? I don't know if he did.
Was Chris Brown charged with domestic assault?
I think so. Maybe. It's one of those things where celebrities don't really.
It doesn't look like he was ever convicted. I think they're still in.
So he was denied, basically, just because. Well, so then yeah. So basically, Snoop Dogg wasn't let in because he's black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never thought of that. But like you think of like, yeah. It'd be interesting to go through who he let in and who he didn't.
Who he let in,
celebrities.
Yeah, like celebrity wise.
Let Johnny Depp in with those fucking dogs.
Who was the one that said no? Barnaby was the one that said he'd fucking kill them or something like that.
Yeah, put him down. Yeah, put the fucking dogs down.
I was like, what the fuck, bro? And then I remember, like, everybody, like, TMZ got a hold of that and was like, who the fuck is this guy?
Who's this fucking beetroot from
Who's this
Australia?
fucking beetroot who's on fucking nose beers?
Nose beers.
Fucking going on TV being like, we're going to kill Johnny Depp's dogs.
We're going to kill the dogs. He brought them in illegally. Let's fucking shoot them.
Like, where I'm from, we just kill them.
I reckon Barnaby would do like the Wolf Creek thing. He'd let him go and then he'd chase him down with a truck.
That is him. That's based after him. He's the biggest, like...
hoe bag.
He's the biggest hoe bag, and he's the biggest example of a guy who has a cleaner Cobra.
He's the biggest example of a guy who has a cleaner Cobra.
Yeah. Like, he talks about country stuff, but just doesn't...
Well, he
lives in Canberra. Like, he just lives in Canberra.
He was in an interview the other day with... on Sunrise or something, and there was like fucking roosters in the background. And I was like roosters cawing, and I was like,
does he have his like?
I was like, bitch, do you playing sound effects?
Like, wait, why does he?
He's like, I think it was like in the country somewhere.
It's like the biggest stereotype as well. It's like
dog.
The sun's already risen, bro.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, you're tired.
Yeah, I'm tired. No, my mum's rooster, he crows whenever, but he's dumb and old. He's like 12 years old. He just dupid. He just like...
But it's also like, he's in Canberra, so like, do you think he just had like a guy being like, okay, play it now.
Play it.
Play a cow.
Yeah, that's a chicken.
Play a cow every now and then.
It'd be like my son, be like, chicken. Like, yeah, that's a chicken.
It's like get a quail going in the background.
Quail.
Oh
God.
Fucking Dutto.
I feel like this whole episode has just been us hating Dutton.
Pretty much. I mean, Australia hates him.
Man, look, if they didn't go... Like, I know they had someone else. Who was his name? I can't even fucking remember. But he didn't even win his electorate.
Oh, the dude that was the treasurer.
Yeah, look his name up.
He's such an off fucking...
Well, he said he's not going to run for the next election, and everyone's like, bro, your political career's dead because everyone's already forgotten about who you are, and if you're not running in the next election, you're never coming back.
No. Monique Ryan replaced her.
Him.
No, her.
Monique Ryan. Yeah, Monique Ryan beat him, and everyone was like, welp. The new leader of the LNP isn't getting in.
Nope.
But fucking ScoMo's still there.
Josh Frydenberg.
Frydenberg.
Of course his name is Josh.
Frydenberg. Have you heard that song
No.
Fuck You Josh or something?
Fuck you, Josh.
What's her name? The singer.
The singer, she, yes. Think of it.
She's all pink.
Pink?
No. She's Australian. My wife loves her.
It's the best joke ever made. Oh, like the TikTok star?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
She like helped TikTok raise her fame. What's her name? I can't remember it.
Is it like Pink something? I think it does. She does have Pink in her name. TikTok star that has Pink in her name.
Peach PRC.
Peach PRC.
And the song's Josh. It's like fuck off, Josh.
Fuck off, Josh.
Anyway, that was a big roundy loop. Roundy loop. Anyways.
Fuck you, Josh.
Whenever I hear the name Josh, I just hear my wife singing that song.
Fuck you, Josh.
Yeah, so
Josh.
Josh.
Yeah.
Joshy boy was meant to be the leader of the LNP.
Yeah, he was.
But then he didn't win his electorate, so they were like, who's our most senior front bencher who's still here? Can you imagine, like, Peter Dutton standing there getting shit-faced because they're losing the election, and they're like, Josh Frydenberg's lost his electorate. You're going to have to stand up and be the next leader. And he was like, huh? Like, I could just... You know how, like, the first couple of months he would, like, look like hell, and then they gave him a big makeover?
The thing is,
it was like I was like, you can polish a turd, but
he's like he's like the last kid to get picked in a sport, like because he's tried to do it in the past. And then now he's the only one left, and they're like, well, that's it.
So like, okay, so Australia's ministers, right? They're relatively young.
Yeah.
Albanese's been in it for a while. But every time they asked Albo to run, he said no.
Yeah.
Every time they asked him to run after Kev, he said no. They asked him to run after Shorten, he said no. Like they kept asking him to run, and then eventually he was like, "Yeah, I'm ready."
Yeah.
Dutton was kind of just thrust into it. I don't think Dutton was ready.
He wanted it.
I know he wanted it.
He wanted it real fucking bad, but the thing is, he's not competent.
I think they needed to prep him more. They needed to build him up more. They needed to get rid of this. Him being a shit immigration minister.
I think they knew that he just wasn't likable either.
Yeah, but like, they can't run.
They
can't run with him to the next election.
They can't.
I hope like
if they run with him.
It's not that I don't hope that they don't, but I'm like for the LNP's sake, find a young person in your party who actually connects.
Who's his deputy? I can't remember her name.
If you don't know, vote no.
Susan Lee, I think that's her name. And it's like, nobody likes her.
She comes off as a fucking Karen.
She comes off as a Karen. And then there's like the one that's on fucking cocaine, Julie Cash.
Yeah, and then there's Little Proud, who looks like he's hiding under women's skirts.
Yeah, and also he's a Nationals.
Yeah.
It's like...
And it's like they cobbled it together. And I don't know. I feel like they need a fresh look. Like... When's the next election? 2 years? Year and a half?
Yeah.
It's come up so quick. But, like, before the next election, just swap some of your party members out. Get some more sane heads, some more stable heads. Like, they don't have to have different views, but they just have to be not crazy.
Yeah.
Because you don't see Labor ministers up there screeching. You see LNP, you see the Greens, you see One Nation. You see Labor ministers making quick quips and also fumbling the ball a lot.
Yeah.
But they're not, like, up there looking like a fucking insane person.
No, exactly.
And, like, Peter Dutton tries to put out this persona of, like, I'm tough and I'm stoic. But it's like, bro, you're not.
You're not.
People just see you as slow.
Just slow and not really. He just ignorant.
Yeah, and also, like
just comes
even the fact, okay, so he's been attacked by the immigration department now, right?
Yeah.
And his response is, I think she's spiteful and hateful.
And it's just a product of a weak government.
And don't forget that Labor was weak 11 years ago and they fucked it up 11 years ago. And for 11 years, I was the immigration minister between then. But I'm going to bring up 11 years ago.
But then you also bring up, it's
like, what is it? 20% of the voter base couldn't vote fucking 11 years ago.
Oh, exactly.
So, like, you're bringing up shit that people don't remember. Like, I barely remember it. I couldn't vote.
11 years ago, how old were we?
We're in high school.
Yeah, we were 16 years old.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we couldn't vote.
2 years away from voting.
We didn't particularly care. So you've got 11 years of people entering the voting force and 11 years of your voters dying off.
I'm still trying to pass an English test. Like, fuck.
Yeah, like I was trying to talk to girls. Like, Jesus, I wasn't fucking worrying about that.
I was worried.
And you're telling me about how Labor fucked up 11 years ago. My entire adult life, like my entire voting life, LNP were in power in the government.
Yeah. I was learning how to play Minecraft when they were fucking operating. Yeah, like he's trying to like appeal to these people that don't care.
He's not appealing to me.
But
like,
he's not appealing at all.
I don't think the LNP are trying to get the young vote at all.
Like, even to the young conservative vote, he's not appealing at all.
Well, the young liberal on Q&A or something was like, why are we voting no?
Yeah. It's like, why? But also, there's a lot of liberals that are like, why?
Well, there's like half the fucking party of like, why?
They're like, why?
The Indigenous minister quit twice.
Yeah. 2 Indigenous ministers quit.
And then it's like, why?
And then you got your Candace Owens out and you're like, here's some money. And it's like, oh, yeah, okay, vote no.
Yeah, and it's like,
I'll say whatever you want. And fucking,
she's come out and she said, she's like, I hate people saying that I'm a token black. It's like, we're not saying that. We're saying you're being a pick-me and you're being annoying.
Yeah. Like it's not token, you're just being Candace Owens.
Did you see Takai Waititi did a video?
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that video.
And Jason Momoa reposted it. I was quite shocked. I was like, damn.
Dude, so...
And then Peter Dutton and all that come out and they say, we don't want outside influences influencing our referendum. It's like, nah, dude, maybe you should listen to other fucking people.
Yeah.
Other Indigenous groups from across the world who have voices and regulatory committees.
You know who does?
Who?
America.
Yeah.
It's
like even the US fucking have it.
I've seen Americans at the moment. There's a TikTok trend. America's reacting to what this referendum is.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, they're changing the referendum? That's a very historical moment. What is it? Amending the Constitution to recognize Indigenous Australians and give them a voice to Parliament. And it's like, they don't have that already.
Yeah.
it's like what?
It's like we're one of the only developed countries that don't fucking have it. And it, for some reason, it's a big deal still. It's like
still a big deal.
So, like, you know how you were saying, like, your dad said, like, we didn't get Star Trek Next Generation till 10 years after everyone else.
Yeah.
We're like fucking 50, 100 years behind everyone else on this fucking issue.
Yep.
We keep fucking coming back to this issue.
Yeah.
Because it's fucking frustrating that you dumb cunts can't fucking get it through your fucking skulls.
And it's all because some racist... it just comes down to racism sometimes.
I reckon the LNP's position is no, because in their mission statement, it is to oppose Labor.
Yeah. But also...
And then, you know what? If they do get back in and they bring us to another referendum, you know Labor won't oppose it. They'll be like, hell yeah, bipartisan. Like, easy peasy.
I also wish I could know as many Indigenous people as these conservatives know Indigenous people. Because
they seem to be talking to someone every day.
They seem to like, oh, all my elders tell me. It's like, who the fuck are you talking to? I do not know this many Indigenous people.
Yeah, like I live in an area that has a high population of Indigenous people.
I do not know that many Indigenous people.
But like they don't... most of them are saying yes.
And they're all saying yes. And it's like... Who the fuck are you talking to, white person that doesn't go outside of his fucking workplace?
Yeah, it's like I met a girl in back when I was in high school, and she went to school in Brisbane, and she was astounded that I had Indigenous friends. She was like, I don't know a single Indigenous person. I was like,
yeah,
oh, fucking whoop-de-doo for you.
Whoop-de-doo for you.
Fucking maybe you should get some diversity in your friendships. Like they said it on the news the other day. They were like, oh, we find that you're like, white people have white friends and Indigenous people have Indigenous friends and Indian people have Indian friends. It's like, yeah, because there's a commonality and there's a safety there that they find, especially minorities. They find a safety because, you know, you're going to end up having a bunch of white people come up to you and be like, is it racist if I sing the N-word.
Yeah, it's like the type.
and it's like Isaac Compton, he's that TikTok influencer.
Yeah.
He put out a statement. He was like, white allies, if you have to ask me how to vote,
Yeah.
do your own fucking research.
Yeah.
Like, you're not really an ally if you don't know what you're doing.
If you don't have the kind of predetermined, okay, this is okay and this is not okay,
Yeah.
then you're not really an ally. But, like, I can understand you're trying to be better.
Yeah.
But if you don't really believe it,
yeah. And
why?
And like, why are you trying to be like a white savior, being like, oh, I'm going to go ask my Indigenous friends, what do you think? That's like, A, make up your own mind, and B, if you're a real ally, you should understand what's going on.
Yeah.
And it's like the whole no vote is, oh, it's too much, it's not enough, we don't know what it's about, what are the laws going to be?
It's like in Taika Waititi's video. She's like, it's not enough. But then, like, she's like, but you also said it's too much. What?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the same point that everybody brings
it's
up.
It's an issue. It's such a big issue, and we don't want to offend you.
It seems like such a conversation that you see everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's the conversation that a lot of people are having.
And half the time it's like, did you Google it? No. Okay, well, why don't you Google it and go on the fucking website?
Yeah.
There's a website, The Voice,
yeah,
and it tells you exactly what it is. So if you're still fucking confused, like, that's not hard.
I think at the end of the day,
Simples.
There's
you remember the meerkat?
Yeah, simples.
Simples.
But, like, at the end of the day, the people who are undecided, who are saying they're undecided right now,
they want to vote no.
We're a week away, they're going to vote no.
Yeah, the people that say they're undecided, and they're saying they're undecided because they don't want to hear someone tell them that they're an idiot or a racist.
And it's kind of like, it's because at the end of the day, a lot of
because you know it's a bad thing and it's a wrong decision to say no.
Yeah, you know it's bad because
if you're sitting there and you go, oh, I'm undecided because I don't know the information, I don't know the facts. It's like, okay, well, you don't care enough, right?
Yeah.
You're obviously going to vote no because you know you're scared of voting no.
You're scared because why? It's like
because you're shameful of the decision that you're going to make.
And it's also like, maybe it's because I believe in the stuff that all these hateful things they're saying.
If you want to vote no and you come out swinging saying you're a racist, say, I'm going to vote no, I don't want them to have a voice, I think it's wrong.
It's like, okay,
I'll respect you for that decision.
It's also, fuck you, I respect you for that
because you came out and said it. It's
I'm
like,
a fucking racist.
I know you're a fucking racist and you're a piece of shit and I'm not going to associate you. But when people are like, oh, I don't know, and it's like, okay, you're obviously going to vote no, but you feel uncomfortable voting no.
You're too uncomfortable putting yourself out as a racist.
Which means, like, you obviously, like, know that it's taboo and it's not a good thing. Like, there's a reason why the KKK wear masks.
Yeah. Like, at the end of the day, people need to be more offended by being called racist.
Yeah, people are way too comfortable.
People need to, instead of being worried about being perceived as a racist, just not be racist.
Yeah.
That's
like, I don't want to be called racist.
I don't want to be called racist.
It's like, bro, so don't do racist
things. Just don't do and say racist things. That's
and
pretty much
when it comes down to it, sometimes it can be an ignorance issue.
Yeah.
And sometimes it can be an education issue. It's like, why do we have to tell all these white adults to not be racist?
I don't know. I don't know anymore. Next week, referendum.
Next week we won't talk about The Voice because it will be over.
It'll be over, and
well, no, we might talk about the fact that we're disappointed in all of you.
We're disappointed. We're not mad. Well, I'm mad. I'll be mad.
My camera stopped recording ages ago.
Oh no, it's just me.
It's just you.
I guess we should probably stop then.
All right. Goodbye.
Bye.
Is my heart too broken?
Dotto.
Dotto.